you will definitely be guilty, you naughty, naughty person. Hello, everyone. Welcome to No Drama, Just Movies, and we are back this week with another review. This time, we are here to review what many are considering at least the first Oscar contender flick, should we say, at least of late 2024. We are here to review none other than the newest feature film from the iconic Clint Eastwood. We are talking about Juror #2. My name is Cameron Dear and Run Kelly Smith, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague here.
I forgot mine now. Deer and Run?
I thought maybe it would work.
I don't know if it does. Fuck. My name is Phil. One angry man, Corwin.
Ooh, that's right.
One.
Once again, we are No Drama, Just Movies. Please give our channel a lovely little subscribe because we release weekly movie reviews and, comedic sketches, just like what you saw just now. Well, if it works out anyway. But Juror #2. So this is a movie that is being pegged as a early, at least should we say, the kind of, we're kind of shifting out of the summer blockbuster now into the awards season-esque season of movies, should we say. And Juror #2 kind of seems to be one of the first big ones out of the gate, coming from Clint Eastwood. So the simple question is, did it live up to that standard?
It's hard to say, I think, right now, because its ideas are still like percolating in that head. I really liked, I think, what it had to say. And obviously, like, it was beautifully shot and it was really good performances. And yeah, I kind of liked it, but there was something there I'm bumping up against, and I'm not sure what exactly it is, and maybe if we can get into that. But yeah, I'm something missing.
Yeah, this is a movie where I need to see it again because I feel like it's one of those movies where you kind of have to remove the layers of the onion to see if there are actually any other layers. And that's not me, crapping on this movie. I think that this movie is a good film. For me, it did leave me with a slight desire of wanting more. And I think it's because with myself, when it comes to, your mystery thrillers, this is, kind of a bit of a mystery crime thriller as well. I kind of sometimes like some more definitive answers or some more definitive, should we say, moments that really, at least for a viewer, makes me feel like me sitting there, that it's paid off for me, that my viewing experience has paid off. And I can't help but feel like by the time that this movie ends, that I can't help but feel that that wasn't really the case for me.
Okay. Yeah, because I felt similarly that. Even though I think we can go into spoilers and discuss the ending a little bit.
Go.
Yeah. Faith, the attorney for the state, she turns up at Justin's house. And I'm assuming it means that she's now going to go after him. That she's made the decision to charge him with the murder. And that there is going to be justice, but we don't see that. We don't see what's going to happen to him, which I guess is a completely different, court case and maybe a different film. But I can see why you would say, like, there's something missing. There's that resolution is missing.
Yeah. I did feel that way, and I think that's the thing, because I think to your point that you just said, that we are led to believe at that point that I guess Faith will now go after Justin. We also, I think that's the thing, and I guess this is part of the point. You also are left to wonder if she would, because one of the scenes they have, not long before the ending, where they're sat down on the bench outside the courthouse, is where Justin is basically saying to her, like, look, you are now what, the DA, right? Like, this what you've done here with this case has elevated you to that. Are you willing to throw all of this away and almost potentially ruin your career? And so I guess it does make you question if she actually would, if that last scene does mean that she really is going after. And I guess maybe that's the point, to really make you wonder what this is. But I guess it is more so, one of the reviews I saw of this movie that I thought that was really interesting, the person said that what they find that they like most about this movie is that they really put you in the character's shoes and perspective. And that's what makes it so riveting. And I do echo that. Like, I think it is really interesting experiencing, what this story means to the different characters and kind of seeing it through their lens. I think that similarly, this kind of is a movie about ideas. I think there's multiple things they're juggling, whether it be the criminal justice system as a whole, what's morally right and wrong. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but yes, something, as you said, is missing. You said, for example, earlier on at the beginning of this review that the movie has a lot to say. What do you think that is? What do you think they are saying? That is, I guess, $1 million question, right?
I think you literally just said it. Like, I think the main message was about the justice system, like, and how one overworked everyone is, from the medical examiner, because they say like, oh, you had probably like five different cases at that day, to the police who don't want to fill out forms apparently, and all that, and then obviously the jurors themselves who just want to go home to their kids, or like, to their own lives, and don't have the time to sit there for weeks and weeks. They just want to get this stuff over with. So there's a lot of like human error in the justice system, and I think that might have been what, for me, that's how I read it, as the point of the story.
Yeah, and I think one of the beautiful things that's actually really well put, actually. I mean, it does have me thinking because it is, but 'cause I think one of the beautiful things that I actually really do appreciate about this movie is the fact that yes, you are seeing, the difference is that you don't have from the get-go, you are made to believe, and I think this is what is so good about it, actually, is that you're put into the shoes of Justin, right? And you are essentially Justin working out, one, if I really did kill this girl, two, should I be made guilty? And three, how do I manage it? And I think that it's a really cool perspective to look at it from, because I think that's one thing that did confuse me, but one thing that I found very fascinating is that, like, it's not 1000% confirmed that he was responsible for her death, right?
I
Like,
thought
that's
it
not,
was. I thought it
was
was. Yeah.
well, did I miss that? Because I got the impression that
Maybe.
like it wasn't exactly like he was aware that he hit someone,
Mhm.
but he didn't actually know that he hit someone. But we're kind of just led to believe that it was, the lady, right?
I think the clues were there, and I think that was the only possible explanation. Like, he went down the road that she actually was walking down. He hit something, and then the next day she was found in a ditch, dead from an impact. And so I think all the clues were there, and I think the film, for me, again, that's how I read it, was saying yes, he killed her. It was an accident, but it's still, and sorry, if I can, I actually really liked how the film did that moment, because he's not the bad guy. He didn't
Exactly.
see that she was just lying down there somewhere in the ditch and then just drove away to save himself. He got out, he looked around, he tried to find out what happened, didn't see anything, then saw the sign of the deer and thought, okay, maybe I just hit a deer. I won't be able to find it. He even says like, oh, maybe it ran away. So there was nothing he could have done at that point.
Yeah.
It's only when he then, like, actually sitting in the court, realizes, oh, I think I killed a person, um, that he needs to make a choice. So I
Mm.
really liked and enjoyed that moment. But yeah, I think, to get back to that point, I think, yes, the film is saying he definitely killed the woman.
And on to that point, though, you mentioned for us that he's not seen as the bad guy.
Hmm.
By the time he does have that scene with Faith, and they are sat on the bench outside the courtroom, Would you say that that's the moment where it becomes more definitive that he is the bad guy? Because the way that he comes across in that moment as so manipulative, don't get me wrong, he's doing it from a good place where, he just had a newborn, but he starts to now come across as much more manipulative and much more devious, should we say, to a degree, um, rather than, kind of actually doing what he had done for a lot of the movie, which was, putting someone else first. So what did you think of that scene?
I think he becomes the bad guy when he decides not to come forward, not to actually like
Mm.
admit what he's done once he finds out what he's done. And on that note, I think one of the things that was missing for me was that kind of the higher stakes, a better or bigger reason for him not to come forward. I think they say like you said, it's he just had a child with a woman with his wife, sorry, with a random woman, with his wife, and they tried before that didn't work, and now they actually have the thing that they wanted. But I don't know if that was enough for him to just keep quiet. And yeah, I wanted higher stakes for that. So yeah, for me, he did become the bad guy, or is the bad guy at the end. And I think that justice is that she goes back and gets him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the more we talk about it, the more I actually start to enjoy it more, weirdly enough. And it is a movie that I would actually like to rewatch
Hmm.
quite a bit, actually. Anything else you'd like to add about Juror number two? Any other things that you liked or didn't like?
Yeah, I like the structure of it because it does begin like a kind of family film, they're just trying to have a baby. Um, and then it goes into the murder, and then it goes into like basically a redo of 12 Angry Men, um, where they're just deciding. Well, one guy stands up and says, "I don't think he's guilty. Should we at least give it a little bit more time to discuss this?" Which again says something about the justice system, that everybody else is just like, "Let's get this over with." But I like the twist they're doing on it. They're adding this little twist that we know who it was. We know that one of the jurors actually did it. So I really like that kind of the play with those different structures and then kind of turning into a little bit of a detective film as well. So it's got a lot of different threads, which I kind of enjoyed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah.
Well, that will be it for our review of the amazing Clint Eastwood. Well, he is amazing. The film is up to you. But that will be it for our review of Juror number two. We are no drama, just movies. We do our lovely little icy review system scoring on this YouTube channel. And so we are going to do that right now. So the question is, my esteemed colleague, Juror number two, how many ices out of 10 will you be giving this movie?
I originally would have gone with 7, but I think, like you, I've talked myself up to an 8. So I would give it 8 out of 10 ices, because it was like it held my
Attention?
fascination, my attention. Thank you. It's late. It held my attention the whole way through. It was kind of tense, just to see what he was going to do, if they were going to catch him, and all those questions, but also what it had to say about the justice system. And so yeah, 8 out of 10.
Ooh, that's a great score. Well, I am going with just one below 7.5 ICs out of 10. I do believe that this would increase for me after I see a second
Mm.
viewing because I think that there's a lot here, and I think that there's a lot here to experience in more than one viewing, and I plan on watching it a second time. However, yeah, this if listen, if you're looking for a mystery crime thriller, it's you, it's for you, it's your bag. And what more can you ask for, especially a mystery crime thriller, not only by the great Clint Eastwood, not only with a great cast, but also as a movie to kickstart, what is the upcoming award season. So this is a very good one, and I definitely recommend that you go and see it. So that will be our review of Juror number two. We are no drama, just movies. Once again, if you like our content here, if you like this review, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, share, jump down in the comment section below. Tell me what you thought. Tell us what you thought about Juror number two. Once again, my name is Cameron Dear and Run Kelly Smith, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague here.
Bill, one angry man, Corwin.
Oh, that's right. Well, hopefully we don't get picked for jury duty because,
No.
well, you will definitely be guilty, you naughty, naughty person. Once again, we are No Drama, Just Movies. Thank you very much for checking out our review today, guys, and we will see you very, very soon. Take care, guys.
Bye.